Aloha, this is Alika with Hawaii Efoil Experience in Hawaii, and we're going to be talking about breaking down your board after you've ridden on the water. We've already taken the battery out and we've already put away the hand controller. We're going to talk about tools and tips just to make it easier for you to get in and out of the water simply and safely. First thing is just open up the hatch and make your disconnections. We'll have another video on the maintenance and washdown. This is after you finish the washdown of your board. We disconnect the 3 power cables, the red, the yellow, and the green. And then we disconnect the water cooling line. Now you would make those disconnects if you intend on detaching the mast and the foil from the board. If you're going to leave it completely assembled, there's no need to detach these cables whatsoever. Next is we have to close this up. We don't need to close down the latches completely. All we do is a 180-degree turn on one latch so that we can turn over the board and not worry about having the door open up on us. Easiest way to carry the board is take the rail nearest to you and hold the board with one hand, and then you simply roll it over and grab that mast. Okay, grab that mast, give you positive control on the board. We're using our handy sawhorses today. So we can roll the board right onto the sawhorses. You get a nice, simple working surface. Now we have the efoil upside down onto the sawhorses, bringing the board at working level right at our waist. Next thing we need is our toolbox. Now in this toolbox, if you want to see it up close, we keep multiple bolts for the mast, bolts for the foil, our tools. We have spare batteries, we have spare tips. We also have Loctite in there, our thread locker, that's for keeping the threading on the motor, and some other spare parts we keep in here as well. So first thing we're going to do is take off the mast. We're using our Husky ratchet tool. Has multi-tips on there. We have the M4 tip on here to remove the bolts for the mast. And just a ratcheting system makes it easier for us to take all the bolts off very quickly. That's 1. That's 2. Now because you're riding on your foil for 20 to 60, maybe even 2 hours, your mast and your foil probably pretty tight because it's a snug fit. So you're always gonna have to bang it off. It's not just a lift shell that's very tight. If I bang it from the front and the back, comes right off very easily. You don't have to hit it super hard. Definitely want to clean that interface between the mast and the foil. And we always recommend bagging your foil so you don't get damage in transportation. Okay, next is to take the mast off. We use our other ratcheting tool that has a M5 bit on there. Again, because it's ratcheting, it's very easy to take the bolts out without having to change your hand grip. You can see it only takes maybe 20-30 seconds to get all 4 bolts out. So it's not much time at all. Having a toolbox here makes it handy just to drop the bolts in the right place. And then we just rock the mast right out, fish the cables out, okay? We normally will dry off the area and then put our mast away. Your last step is simply to put your board into your bag, your mast into your case, or any other storage arrangement you might have for your board. We hope you enjoyed seeing how we set up and how we break down our efoils. If you have any questions at all, please leave comments for us and we will respond to them as soon as possible. All descriptions of tools that we use and tips that we have will be in the description below. Hope you guys have a good time on the water. Happy efoiling.